These are more than places of worship. They are symbols, symbols of a fusion of profound devotion, religious fervor, and intense creative passion. They are the living idiom of the Hoysala dynasty. They are the temples of Halebid and Bellur. These temples were built around the 12th century under the patronage of Vishnu Vardhana, the first notable ruler of the Hoysalas. These temples are important milestones in the evolution of temple architecture in southern India. So much so that there is a school of architecture known as the Hoysala school. Let us go closer to these architectural wonders. The Hoysalas had an affinity for northern Indian culture, which was in antithesis with the people they ruled. So the temple architecture of the Hoysalas reflects a charming fusion of the Deccani and the Chola architectonics. One of the first experiments of this fusion architecture is the immortal Chennakeshava temple at Bellur, dedicated to Lord Narayana. Schematically, the Chennakeshava temple has a star-shaped architecture. This is the unique feature of all Hoysala temple architecture. The temple wall outside is richly carved with exquisite sculptures. There are friezes of elephants, thousands of them, each one of them striking a different pose. No two elephants are alike. There are panels of scrolls, flowers like the lotus, animals such as lions, horses, crocodiles, and birds like the swan. There are also friezes that depict mythological events and other deities. One of the most striking features of the Chennakeshava temple at Bellur is the tall Gopuram. This is quite unlike the other Hoysala temples, which are rather squat. Perhaps the tall Gopuram was built to keep in tune with the Cholan architecture. The tall Gopuram was a feature immensely popular in the pre-Hoysala period. This is the famous Hoysaleshwara temple. In fact, it is in the Hoysaleshwara temple in Halebid where Hoysalan art has reached a definite style. Here, you can see the North Indian and the South Indian styles well blended, without a patched up cut and paste look. Once again, it was Vishnu Vardhana who undertook the work of creating this beautiful temple. As at Bellur, the sanctum is star-shaped. The entire temple is built on a platform. It serves as a pathway for the pradakshina around the temple, and also gives a better elevation, adding height and grandeur to the squat temple. Some of the most majestic sculptures can be found here at Halebid. There are thousands of sculptures on the outer walls, which gave artists a full scope for their imagination. the vertical angles add a dimension to these panels without affecting its line of continuity. It is on these walls that the sculptor plays with light and shade, composing it skillfully with the line of his panels. This play gives a feeling of life in an otherwise cold stone. These are the massive pillars that support the temple. These pillars are polished to such a smoothness that even modern technology can pick up a few lessons from them. The pillars also form an important decorative scheme. They are canvases for depicting the artist's imagination. One of the most exquisite sculptures at the Hoysareshwara temple is this idol of Ganesha. Ganesha here resembles a child. It radiates such innocence that it captures your heart. Its richness lies in the elaborate detailing of the ornaments. The crown, the necklaces, the hand ornaments, the anklets. The artists who carved this idol were all goldsmiths, and true to their real profession, they have treated the stone like gold or silver. In these reliefs, you can see the keen realism of the artist while fashioning these female forms. They are profusely jeweled and stand in lyrical poses that enhance their forms. They stand displaying their graceful curves, adding rhythm to their elegance. Unlike the Channakeshava temple at Bellur, the Hoysareshwara temple has two Garbhagruhas and is dedicated to Lord Shiva. Thus, a huge Shiva Lingam forms the focal point of this temple. Another beautiful piece of art at this temple is the ornate Garuda. Here again, the sculptors show an eye for detail while creating this beautiful piece. But the crowning glory of the temple remains the massive Nandi. You can almost sense the raw power when you stand close to this Nandi. It has a sheer vitality that leaves you overawed. Yet there's something in it that makes it utterly lovable. In fact, there were two such Nandi Mandapas in the temple premises originally, but there's only one left now. This Nandi rests here in all its splendor, for the devotees to come to offer their respects. Among the temples of Hoysalan architecture, none can compare in magnitude, in exuberance of carving, and in artistic majesty with the Halebid temple. The complexity and the intricacy of this temple is a sheer poem in stone. The colossal temple complexes, like the ones at Halebid and Bellur, pose a mystery though. The mystery of what prompted the erection of such magnificent structures, of what drove the artists to such heights of creativity, of what passion, faith, conviction enabled them to create such divinely beautiful temples. Perhaps the answers to these mysteries are not to be known. They are the secrets guarded by the temples themselves till the end of eternity.